Hello, my name is Allison Moreno, and today I'm going to talk to you about teaching teens about sexual education and teen pregnancy. As a nurse, I see a lot of teens come in that are either pregnant, wanting to be pregnant, or about to have their baby. A lot of times whenever you think about teen pregnancy, you think about 17 to 19 years of age. These days we're seeing teens that are 13 to 15 years of age. They're starting younger and younger, and they need education about it. They have sexual education classes in school, and a lot of the times they don't really teach you about the pregnancy part. They really like to hit on the STD part, how to not get an STD or things like that. They don't really hit on the sexual education part. Today I'm going to persuade you on how you should teach your children. You should be the main one to teach your children about teen pregnancy and the risk of having sex at a young age. In 2006 and 2008, most teens were aged 15 to 19 had received formal instruction about sexually transmitted diseases, but not about sexual contraception. So it brings me to the next point of what are the schools actually teaching. Whenever I was in school, I know that they taught about abstinence and condoms, but not about oral contraceptives or any other type of contraceptive of that nature. So the part about abstinence, they taught you to not have sex at all. But in the real world, a lot of people are having sex without their parents even knowing about it. This brings me to my next category. When you talk about sex and other contraceptives, teens like to joke around and laugh and things like that because they're not mentally prepared to take on topics like that, especially in large groups of boys and girls, or even separated. The reasons that sexual education classes do not fully educate teens is because, like I said, they laugh and make jokes. They aren't hearing what's being taught. They think it's just kind of like a free day that they can just go and have a little education class that they don't have to go to actual class. They get embarrassed when sex is brought up, and they often think that they're invincible and it won't happen to them. Many parents think that they should be the ones to teach about sex, and in all actuality they should, but they never get to that before their kids are having sex or come up pregnant. There's a lot of parents that are saying that their kids will not go to sexual education classes, that they feel like it is their job, but in actuality, are they actually teaching their children? The reasons why parents put off teaching their kids is because they think it's a weird topic, that they don't know when to approach their children about it, and they also think it's easier to let the school teach their kids. And some parents are just oblivious to the fact that their kids are having sex. They want to be oblivious to that and just think that that's not their kids, it's the other kids that are in the school. The reality of sex education is that children value what their parents say and what their parents think. And a lot of times if they get a relationship between them and their parents that is open and that is non-judgmental, then they might come to you and ask you questions about that. Your children want to hear from you. They trust you more than any other. They want to hear stories that you might have heard, have gone through, things like that, on even sex or other topics that you might come in contact with. They feel more comfortable around you, and they're more willing to open up and talk about the subject. And now that I've brought up about schools and how they teach about education and reasons why the parents aren't teaching the children, I'd like to persuade you to think about teaching your children on a one-to-one basis and not leaving it up to everyone else to teach them about sexual education. Teen sexual education is an important lesson that all teens should learn as early as possible to prevent teen pregnancies, unpreventable futures, and possible causes of infant abuse to rise. I persuade you to feel comfortable within yourselves and to be able to talk to your children about these situations as they arise. although just talking about STD rates and things like that is important, teen pregnancy is also important. So I just ask that you just take that into consideration and do the best you can. Thank you.